Today on Brilliance Business TV, we have Christina Jay. Christina is a licensed rapid transformational therapy hypnotherapist, meditation instructor, and herbologist. Stay tuned. Welcome to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. We have a wonderful guest coming onto the show today, Christina Jay. I know the power of hypnotherapy. I have been using self-hypnosis for a very, very long time. So I'm really looking forward to hearing all about RTT and how that is different to just normal hypnotherapy, because even self-hypnosis is so effective. So I'm really looking forward to a great conversation today. I just need to make an official shout out to our show sponsors, Dreamweaver Artist Ranch. We are streaming live on MSP News Global.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we're also streaming through the E360 TV network under Fresh Takes, going out to Apple TV, Fire TV, Android, Roku, and many more. And we're also on Business Innovators Radio Network. So without further ado, let's bring in our incredible guest, Christina Jay. Christina, welcome to Brilliance Business TV.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm really looking forward to digging deep into the work you do, Christina. First, just start with a little bit of your past and your background that has led you into the work you're doing in RTT and hypnotherapy.
So it's kind of just a chain of events. Like so many people, I grew up in a home of abuse and addiction and alcoholism. So that kind of stuck with me as I grew up. And, I found my relationships with people, they were addicts or alcoholics and abusive in one form or the other. And I was a single mom who, I always worked 2 jobs to try to barely keep my head over water. And it didn't ever really work for me. And I knew I needed to do more. I was supposed to do more, but it didn't happen until one day I realized if I wanted something, I needed to make a change. Like I couldn't be doing the same thing over and over. I packed up my stuff, drove to a town I'd never been to, and just completely revamped my life, and came across Marissa Peer. And I was like, that's it. That's what I'm supposed to do for the rest of my life.
I love that. And we have a lot in common. I'm an ex-drug addict to crack cocaine, heroin, many other drugs. I collapsed and died from drug use. I've also had a couple of abusive relationships, and I also was with an alcoholic for 5 years. So I do really resonate with what you are saying. Tell us a little bit, once you got involved in RTT, tell us how it improved your life a little bit.
Well, before RTT, before I had my first session as me as the client, I had really bad PTSD,
Yes.
anxiety, severe depression. I had a lot of medical conditions. And after a few sessions with coworker or colleagues, um, I'm I'm fine. Like my health issues are gone. I can sleep. My PTSD, I don't have any problems with it anymore. I mean, the depression, I'm great now. And as being able to provide that for clients is just an incredible feeling. Like that's moved me so far in my journey that I never thought I would be here. It's an incredible experience.
Serving others and making them improve their way of life. That's absolutely amazing, Christina. So my next question, share with the audience, because some people out there have never used hypnotherapy. I self-hypnotize a lot and I find it so powerful. I've also used NLP. I've heard lots about RTT, of how it's fast and it works really quickly. So tell us a little bit about what hypnotherapy is. Tell us a little bit about RTT and tell us the difference between the two.
So, hypnotherapy, it's using a natural state of mind to your benefit. So we naturally go into a form of hypnosis daily, watching TV. You know, when you zone out, you're open, and it's a heightened state of awareness. So with hypnosis, you go into the subconscious, which is about 90% of your mind,
Yes.
and which a lot of people don't realize how big of a part of your mind it is. But you go in and identify an issue, or you can rewire. General hypnosis, you go in and you rewire something. So if you want, confidence, you can go in there, and after repeating so many times, you rewire that problem. With RTT, it's so quick because it's not repetitive. That's not what it relies on. So RTT, you go in through hypnosis, and help you identify the root cause of the issue. So whatever we do regression. So whatever scene your mind brings up, and you don't force it, it just happens. And you come to these scenes, and at the end, we tie them together. And so you're aware of the issue, and then we rewire it. So we give it a new meaning for you to, whatever you're seeking, and transform. So we'll give you a recording you listen to for 21 days, because it takes 21 days to build a new habit. But you walk out of just that session alone, just feeling completely relieved. And because you have a deeper understanding, your mind holds all these memories and emotions, well, your subconscious does, and we don't even think about them. They're just sitting
Yes.
back there and don't realize that they're actually affecting our lives. So we dive deep in and do different different things depending on what it is that person needs.
I
Techniques.
hear you. It's great that it works quickly,
Yeah.
because I can imagine some people, like addiction, stress, anxiety, depression, maybe people who are struggling with weight loss.
Mhm.
They have probably tried many different things, Christina, that take a very long period of time.
Yeah.
So I would say you have nothing to lose by giving RTT a chance, because it's going to work a lot quicker, and so you can get on with your life a lot faster. I'm sure there's still work that you would carry on doing, because personal development is a lifelong journey. But to get those quick results, it's highly recommended to give it a try. So why is hypnotherapy, RTT, so effective?
Well, there's a lot of science behind hypnosis. It opens up pathways into your mind that we're not normally able to reach through things like talk therapy, or they're great. Talk therapy is amazing, but it doesn't always get to that part that you really need to rewire. So you go through, it opens up these pathways, you rewire it, and you get a whole new understanding of who you are and why you are the way that you are.
I love it. I think I need to have a session next time there's something I feel I need some work on and don't want to spend too much time in getting the problem solved. So tell us a little bit about the misconceptions around hypnotherapy, Christina, because I know there are some.
There's so many. So people often think of hypnotherapy as stage hypnosis. They're afraid that you're going to make them do things that they wouldn't be okay with otherwise.
Good
So, like
point.
barking like a dog, or giving us
Acting like a
tons of money,
chicken.
buying me a house. And when you're under hypnosis, you're fully aware. You hear
Yes.
everything going on around you. You can come out at any time. You can't
Yes.
get stuck. It's just you're in this state of mind where you're internally aware.
It's
And
very relaxing, I find, and also I think you're even more aware. So it's like you're in a relaxed state of awareness, but you are aware, aren't you?
yeah, I mean, if a fire were to break off, right next to you, you'd be able to instantly jump up and go
Yes.
handle it. But a lot of people are afraid because of stage hypnosis. There's not a lot. It's hypnotherapy isn't mainstream yet. So there's still some hesitancy.
I definitely know the power of hypnotherapy. I use self-hypnosis audios. I feel better, I act better, I make better choices, I take more action. It really does wonders for me, Christina.
I obviously, given my profession, but I swear by it. Like, I think it's a lot of people still think it's very woo woo, hippie, magical stuff, but it's really not. No matter what a person has going on, it can benefit them.
Brilliant. Well, we're just about to go to a commercial break, Christina, so please stay where you are. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for part one of Brilliance Business TV. We're in conversation with Christina Jay. She is an RTT hypnotherapist. She has shared her personal journey of coming from abusive relationship, addictions, and how RTT changed her life, and now she is changing others' lives with RTT. Stay tuned.
Hello, this is Stephen Buckner, and just wanted to tell you I support the Dreamweaver project. It's a great project where, artists such as myself will be able to come together and basically collaborate and to have a retreat to feel accepted and welcome. And that's something that artists here and around the world could always benefit from. So I just want to say, please support the Dreamweaver project. I think it's for a great cause, and I salute all the independent artists out there and artists that are signed as well. And have a wonderful day.
Welcome back to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. Today, we're in conversation with Christina Jay, RTT hypnotherapist. Welcome back, Christina.
Thank you.
So, my next question, what kind of clients do you work with, Christina?
I work with a variety of people, from weight loss, phobias, fears, confidence issues, money blocks. But the vast majority of my clientele is trauma symptoms. So PTSD, depression, anxiety, addiction. That's, people that went through abusive situations in their life. I help a lot of people in that area.
So rewarding when you know that you're helping people who really need the support. And Christina, just tell us a little bit about the products and services that you provide. What does it look like to work with you? Is it one session, a few sessions? Tell us a bit more about that process.
Generally, it takes one session. And then, you have your recording for 21 days that you listen to. And then we'll do 2 follow-ups to see if you need an additional session or not. More complex issues can take about 2 or 3. With my practice, I also include Kundalini and pranayamas. So it kind of amps it up. And I also add some of my herbology experience too. So I help you cleanse the mind, body, and spirit.
I love it. I'm all about spirituality. What is the biggest challenge within your industry?
It's not mainstream, so people just don't feel that it's something that it's real. It's just a bunch of woo-woo made up magic stuff. That's a big misconception that a lot of people have.
I just say, when you do self-hypnosis, and I can imagine it's the same when someone hypnotizes you, it's just like a really relaxing meditation, and you just absorb all the words that go straight to your subconscious. I really do highly recommend it. I am a big fan.
Well, I mean, just recordings, like you can get hypnosis recordings on YouTube, but
I've only done self-hypnosis, but I can imagine going to a professional, you're going to get those better results. But for me, I just like to listen to an audio track daily. I've done it for a long time. That works for me. But I think there are different issues that may come up where it would pay me to go to a professional, actually.
Well, I mean, with a professional, it's personalized, and we're trained to guide you, and we have the
Yes.
right techniques to help and get you to where you want to be.
How does your RTT practice differ from other hypnotherapy practices?
Well, we have a wide variety of techniques that we use. So we include NLP, trance. There's gosh,
Trance. Tell us a little bit about
so
that.
that's going into hypnosis. What not normal, but common hypnosis, it's a long process. It can take, I've heard it can take some people about an hour to get their client where they want to go. With RTT, it takes maybe a minute or 2.
Excellent. And I have to agree. I think it's like being in a daydream, isn't it, when you're in a trance? To me, that's how I explain it. It's like when you've just wandered off into a daydream. But like you say, if you've got a professional helping you to do that faster, that's great, because sometimes if you've got things on your mind, it's very hard to switch off. So I'm guessing with a professional, they use techniques to help you get there a lot quicker, which is absolutely incredible. I'm really looking forward to this question, actually. A lot of people have been suffering over the last couple of years. We've been through a global pandemic. People have obviously gone through stresses, anxiety, depressions. People have lost jobs. People have lost families, homes. There's been a lot of positive as well. I'm not trying to bring people down here. And there's light at the end of the tunnel. But could you share some tips with us that we could use at home to really support us with some of the techniques that you use?
Absolutely. So I think it's important for people to realize, and this isn't really talked about a lot, is that in times like this with depression and stress, constant stress, it weakens our immune system. So it's important to do the best that we can with, clean eating, make sure you get, all of your vitamins. There's lots of detox, gentle detox like dandelion tea. I mean, everybody should speak to their doctor before starting anything, but it's important to keep your body healthy.
Yes.
I am a huge fan of, this is from Marissa Peer, it's her tip, but I'm a huge fan of it, is taking Post-it notes or writing on your mirror words of affirmation. But you have to do it. And the biggest problem is people don't do it like current present tense. So instead of saying I'm going to be, you say I am.
Oh, yes, I do that.
Yeah, that's a very important thing because our minds don't know the difference from past, present, future.
Yes.
And after a while, you stop noticing them. I have them all over my house, but after a while, you stop noticing them, but your subconscious is continuing to pick it up. So you're rewiring, it'll get you there. Also, and this is a really hard one and it takes a lot of practice, but we are naturally negative. So we say things that are kind of the norm and we don't realize that are negative. Like, oh my gosh, I was so stupid for doing that.
Yes.
Catch yourself and then say 3 positive things, like the opposite. So instead of saying, oh, I'm so stupid, I am smart, I am learning. Yeah. And that after a while, it'll start shifting your thinking. And once you get into that positive atmosphere, you'll start drawing in that positive energy and more positive stuff.
Those are really powerful tips. And being healthy, it's important you put in good food into your body, get a little bit of exercise, drink nice clean water, because it's really, really important to live a happy life. You should make sure you're looking after your health. So I loved being healthy. That's a great one. Affirmations, I use them daily. I am, and I do them present tense. But I actually did used to put everything on post-it notes. I've stopped doing that. So from today, I'm going to do that again, actually, because I know the power of getting things into that subconscious mind. And like you mentioned, you will stop seeing them, but the mind will still be absorbing them. And your last tip, I definitely think you have to really think about that one at the start, don't you? You have to make sure you're really self-aware of what you're saying. So you do have to have a self-awareness to listen to the words that you're speaking and the thoughts that you're thinking. They are great, great tips. Does your mindset training affect your physical body?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I have my whole life had struggled with my weight. No matter what I did, it didn't matter. I did every diet plan into the entire planet and exercise, it didn't matter. Once I resolved those inner conflicts, I instantly started seeing weight dropping off of me. I no longer have the health problems that I was once diagnosed with. I mean, I have energy. It changes your entire life because that stress sits inside your body in your nervous system, and it damages your genes.
I have really enjoyed learning all about the work you do. I really appreciate you sharing some of your vulnerabilities at the beginning as well, and the tips that you have shared. Even if you just put those 3 tips into practice today without seeking any kind of help, you will make improvements. Being healthy, using post-it notes, I ams, present tense, and being careful of the words that you speak, keeping them positive. And if you catch that they're not positive, saying 3 positive things. And like you mentioned, that one is not as easy as what you say it is. So you do have to be a little bit self-aware there. So Christina, if there's anyone out there that may be going through addiction, weight struggles, stress, anxiety, depression, PSD, anything, any kind of problem, I know RTT can be effective for. What would you like to reach out and say to those people?
It'll be okay. Things will get better. You just have to be kind to yourself and understand that there's an underlying issue. It's not so surface that so many of us believe that it is. There's help out there. There's, so many people that can help. There's hypnotherapists. There's a vast majority of us RTT hypnotherapists that can help with a variety of issues. It can be done over Zoom. You don't have to be in your town. We can help you anywhere.
That's the power of social media, digital media. I would say to everyone out there, if you feel there are things that you could do with a little bit of support, with a little bit of guidance, you have nothing to lose. Christina offers a complimentary welcome call. Please, please, please go to ChristinaJNL.com. That's ChristinaJNL.com. I'm going to say it once more: www.ChristinaJNL.com. Schedule a complimentary welcome call and give RTT a chance, because I have heard it of so many people about the speed and the fastness of how it works to solve any kind of past traumas as well. So I know that this is something that could support you. Please reach out to ChristinaJNL.com. Christina, I have thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you today. Thank you so much for being my guest on Brilliance Business TV.
Thank you for allowing me. It's been nice talking with you today.
The pleasure's been all mine. Thank you everyone for watching Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. Today we have been in conversation with Christina Jay, RTT hypnotherapist. Until next time, bye for now.